Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Mikkeller Keeper. Well, this is produced in Pottstown, Pennsylvania for Mikkeller. And I hope he did a good job with this because I thought the wit fit was just a monstrous failure. It's getting close to 11 a.m. It's pretty damp out here. The humidity level's high. There's a lot of clouds, but it is about 75 degrees, so we're in the mid-70s. There's a code here, but don't know what it means. It's just a whole bunch of numbers. Bought this at Acquista Paces in Covington, Louisiana. This beer is available in cans. It was introduced in 2014. Gets a very good score on Beer Advocate. Rate Beer says 91 out of 100 and a 99 out of 100 for the style. So I don't remember how much it cost, but don't think it was too much. I have the receipts there if somebody wants to know. Yeah, the wit fit was just harsh, abrasive, unpleasant to drink, too bitter, and not in a good bitter way. Now, I've done a lot of craft reviews for, the craft lager and Pilsner reviews, Pilsner lagers, but most of them are very good, and I don't really have a complaint. My only issue with them is a lot of times they're good, but they're not really any better than a Coors Banquet or Budweiser or Miller High Life or Pabst Blue Ribbon, Schlitz, something like that. So then you're saying, well, why should I pay 2-3 times the amount for something that's really not any better? So let's check it out. Thick white head, off-white maybe. It's golden. Now the condensation is going to be an issue, but it's mostly clear. There is some tiny powdery sediment. It's not the most filtered thing you ever wanted to see, but that's fine with me. And it's bubbly. Now that Victory Prima Pils was so cloudy and chewy. I had some problems with that one, and that Mother's Little Helper was the same thing. It was like cloudy. It was I didn't like it too much. Anyway, let's check this one out. I need to get working in this yard, so I'm going to try to start edging it after this video production is finished shooting. I was waiting for it to dry. It's mostly dry now. It was so damp earlier. Okay, sweet, and I like this because it's bready and not just, like some of these overly hopped I want to say IPAs, these overly hopped Pilsners and lagers like the Beer Camp. My problem with those is why not just buy Torpedo? This one has breadiness, some lemoniness, some hop resin, but it's mostly biscuity breadiness. It smells really nice, and there's a yeasty component also. Man, it's almost like you want to just sit here and smell it, but there's more to it. We have to taste it. It's pretty bitter, somewhat grassy hops, sort of like that straightforward bitterness that I experienced with the wit fit, but not as harsh or abrasive. There's some breadiness, maybe a little metallic note, which I don't know what that's coming from. I would think the IBUs must be pretty high here, but I couldn't get any figures on that. The mouth feels medium. It's a little slick. The finish is mostly crisp, and it's refreshing and easy drinking. 5%, that's the same as Budweiser. I think it's more flavorful than Budweiser, and it's richer than Budweiser, but I wouldn't say that it's necessarily better than Budweiser. it's just different. I mean, everything doesn't have to be like everything else, right? So there's nothing wrong with this beer. It's just it's got a little more dirtier presentation than Budweiser, which, you know, the complaint there is so clean and crisp that it's too polished, right? So I don't know if they use any adjuncts in this particular beer. I don't think they do. It doesn't seem like it. Well, those hops are pretty strong. But this is not the Pineapple Festival that you get with so many of the others, the hoppy lagers. I think Birra Moretti would be better than this. If you took this and you did a side-by-side with Birra Moretti, I think you would find that the Birra Moretti has a better hop interplay with the malt. In other words, it's rounder, it's more pleasant to drink, and it's probably a little better made. So this doesn't go, and it's probably cheaper too. You know, this is nice. I'll give it a B. It's good. It's good. It's a B, but it's a long way from excellent. So if you want a good beer that's going to cost you quite a bit more than a lot of other good beers, check it out. It's worth at least trying once. I'm glad I got a can to try. I wouldn't buy a six-pack. So Les Bon Temps Roulé, a decently good beer, although not in the excellent range by any means. And I'm going to end this review. So I think rate beer is way too high, 91. Beer Advocate saying very good, B+. Yeah, it's closer to where I am. So I'm going to end this review by saying y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.